Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of House of Light Sports Podcast. My name is Wayne. I'm here with my guys, Smoog and Chubbs. And in this episode, we will be recapping all of the wildcard games that have yet to be played. Still going on currently is the Steelers and Bills. So if you see me looking away periodically throughout the episode, you know why. Also got a preview to the Eagles and Buccaneers. Y'all know where to find us. hdsportspod everywhere. House Divided Sports Podcast on YouTube, man. Fellas, how are we doing today?
Good. Stress-free weekend. I could watch football in peace. Just see who we got. It's looking like the Ravens are playing the Texans. So, yeah.
Currently happy that the Steelers are losing.
Yo, this is hate because the DMV boys on Twitter have been jumping me all season. Between Ray and Chubbs, it's just a nasty word.
Hey, let's put some context in it. House Divided. Last weekend when I said before the game even started, I don't care win, lose, or draw what happens with the Ravens game, and I kept on saying it. And this mofo either I can't even point because I don't know where I am, but he said, "Oh, you being sensitive. That's why you talking about it." I got read receipts. Stop being sensitive, Wayne. Stop being sensitive.
No, Chubbs. I said you were being sensitive because you got mad because they say walk in the trap, take over the trap. And you got mad and clowned them, this, that, and the third. That was you being sensitive. You can't say, look at this shit, and then say, I don't care.
Hey, what are they doing now? What's the Mr. Rogers walk in your trap and say, hello, friend? Hello, neighbor?
Listen, it's still a ball game. Still a ball game. Still got some time left in the game. So I can't get too mad, But you were being sensitive. So I always laugh when you're on Twitter calling me sensitive because you're calling me sensitive when I'm not being sensitive. I'm just talking shit back. Someone's talking shit to me, I talk shit back. I'm being sensitive.
So I was hating, but I'm being a analyst, whatever.
No, you get. How you know? Got people on Twitter. They got social media team. Man. You got your analytical skills out here throwing it out, man. This is crazy. Like this is fair.
The next two touchdowns, tight end.
Oh, I thought George bombed that boy. But yeah. So the first game we really got to get into and talk about, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, I just want to talk about me being so far 3-1. 3-1. You guys saw the graphic. 3-1 Wayne right now. The Rams messed it up for me. But it is what it is. I can't get too upset. But yeah, I'll take being 3-1 so far. I'll live with it. I'll take care of that. But let's talk about the first game that happened, which was the Texans versus the Browns, in which I had the Browns winning. In which I said this young quarterback was going to be a MVP candidate. Some things kind of went down. But we're looking at a guy that is on the trajectory to be top 5 if you already don't have him there now. We're looking at a guy who's commanding a team that doesn't have the greatest sum of parts but doing a good job. We're looking at a coach that is getting ready to stamp himself as one of the great coaches, one of the great player turned coaches, because he was a great player when he played too. Talking about D'Amico Ryans, Ben Slowik calling a great game. Maybe sometime at PFF does help, but not all the time. I'm talking about the defensive player of the year having zero impact in the game. That's hate. But I think it was a great game by the Texans. The offensive play calling was spectacular. Neutralized one of the best defenses. I saw a funny fact. I think J.J. Watt, somebody tweeted it out, about how on the road their scoring defense is the worst in the league, but at home it's the best in the league, which was interesting. And it was a tell of that, right? The play calling was amazing. C.J. Stroud commanded the field. He looked very comfortable. Didn't look like a rookie. He didn't look like a rookie all year long, and he continued to not look like a rookie. Nico Collins balled out. Schultz had a great game, but I'm more impressed with how that defense played, how they were able to stop the run, slow them down and make Joe Flacco beat Joe I'm back. Mike's knocked out, but I'm back. But Nico Collins, what I say? Oh, the defense. Defense did a great job, playing great. Amari Cooper didn't have the same game he had versus them a couple weeks before. And like I said, Joe Flacco was throwing a lot of interceptions, and people kept saying he was the hottest quarterback. And I kept telling y'all, talking about the yards and the touchdowns, and what happened? He threw a pick six. He played terribly. The interceptions came back and bite them in the butt. Everything that I said happened. So I'm happy about that. But you guys that picked the Browns to win, please talk to me about your disappointment.
I picked the Texans, so.
Yeah.
Hats off to CJ Stroud. Did extremely well. Obviously, the game changed whenever Joe Flacco threw them 2 picks, but I think another turning point in that game was when they decided to go for it on 4th and 2. I think in that situation, I don't know if they were in field goal range, but either way, I don't know if you go for that. They were only down 10 points. But, of course, again, Joe Flacco on his 2 crucial picks back-to-back on drives didn't help. They went up by 2 touchdowns and, just kept it going from there. Everything you said, Dwayne, about the Texans offense, very, very true. But, I mean, I was more so thinking that the Browns would play better offensively than what they did. Their defense played well. They didn't give them they didn't have a lot of opportunities to, make plays as much as they could have because they weren't on the field as much.
Who played well? The Texans?
The Browns defense, when they were on the field for a good portion, they played pretty well. But you got to realize they had the ball in short field position. JOK was balling.
He was balling.
But all around, like I said, hats off to that offense. CJ Stroud being able to play as well as he did. Good play calling, move the ball. I just thought the Browns would play way better than what they did. I was wrong. But I do think, the Texans won't get past the next team. I didn't have either one of these teams advancing past the next round either way. So, yeah.
I thought the game was going to be closer, too, honestly. I had the Texans winning. I'm going to do a Wayne cop-out right now. I was very high on Joe Flacco, great regular season, but I never expected them to go far in the playoffs. Sound familiar with that Baker stuff?
What are you talking about?
Remember how we were all high on Baker, and you're high on Baker, and then Eagles.
I say he's gonna make the playoffs, and I still picked the Bucks to win.
You said, but they ain't gonna go nowhere.
I still picked the Bucks to win.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Look at the graphics, sir.
You sure?
He picked every team against me.
Oh well. Anyway,
he picked every team against me. He gonna finish 3-3 just like me.
I think the magic ran out for Joe. One little caveat about Joe is what I've been saying because I've been watching him for a while. It's either going to be a touchdown or it's going to be the craziest catch you've ever seen, or it's going to be the wildest interception you've seen. and it happened. He threw 2 crucial pick sixes. The first one, I don't know if we blame the first one. The second one, you got to see that linebacker right there. That linebacker was sitting right underneath.
He's like, thank you.
The route. Yeah, they're literally right underneath the route.
That looked like what I be doing to y'all in Madden.
I don't care how big of an arm you have and how like tight of a window you could throw a football in. Like, come on, man. You 6'6". You should be able to see everything on the football field for real.
Let's go, man!
But what I will say is Joe Flacco went out on top, did a solid for the Ravens one last time. got them boys out of the playoffs. So Ravens legend. So I don't know. Great, but overall, Browns fans, overall season, I think you should. I mean, obviously, you had expectations and aspirations of going farther, but for everything that happened with you losing your franchise quarterback and having to figure out a solution that ended up being Joe Flacco, you guys still played very well, good football throughout the season, and ended end of the year postseason. I mean, didn't end it strong, but you should be proud of what the team did. Like y'all, that's a very good football team. If Joe Flacco can get them that far and ball, just imagine what a Deshaun Watson that's focused and actually is back to his potential or whatever it was, his prime, can do with that team. Because if we're talking about 5, 10 years ago, or 5, 7, 8, whatever you want to say, years ago, Joe Flacco wasn't in top 5 considerations ever. People would put him in top 10 that one year, but didn't put him top 5. Um, but Wayne, you just fucked my whole train of thought up. Deshaun Watson was top 5 at one point, or people put him in that conversation because that one season he had. So just Browns fans, if you can get him to any type of form like that, hope you don't. That team has people that NFL will have problems with that team. So,
question for you guys. Now, where's CJ Stroud rank?
if he's 5, he's 5. If he's not, he's right outside of it. I'll give him right outside. In my opinion, he's probably in the range of 6 to 8, which is not terrible, given him. I'm not ready to throw him in the top 5 just yet. Until if he takes this team on a run and goes to the AFC Championship and goes to Super Bowl, but maybe not win the Super Bowl, but goes, I'll say he's top 5 because that'd be crazy for a rookie to do that. Because the only caveat I'll say this to CJ, and we'll get to Jordan, is after that first year Patrick Mahomes played a season, were people crowning him top 5?
Yes, Chubbs.
No, they weren't.
Patrick Mahomes wasn't top 5 after his 50 touchdown MVP season, Chubbs.
Maybe if he got MVP, I don't remember if he got it the second
year.
year.
He got it his first year. Started at quarterback. He got MVP and threw for 50 touchdowns. He was top 5.
Well, CJ's not there yet. He still has a lot to accomplish.
He was more than top 5. Just so we're clear, he was more than top 5. He was in top 3 right after that year.
Hey, listen. Remember what you just said right there. I'm gonna fucking. We're gonna compare if we're calling one guy the same thing, because that'd be crazy if you calling the other guy the same thing as Patty. Because I'm gonna ask you that question. I'm like, you better give me a straight fucking answer.
Ask the question now.
All right, is Jordan Love's next Patrick Mahomes?
Let's wait till we get to the Packer game.
Okay, that's okay.
I think he's gonna ask the question about CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud is definitely top 5. Trying to tell you guys all year that MVP candidate. Next year he's gonna have a really good high possibility of winning it. So smooth. Anything else on this game before we move forward?
Nah. I will point out that the DBs was getting cooked, and even I know we're gonna talk about the games coming up, but I just feel like playing DB is kind of becoming a lost art in the NFL. Is that crazy to say? I feel like a lot of these DBs be getting cooked. They was going straight at that rookie, Hickman. But yeah, and like I said, just in other games as well. Like, what we about to talk about next? The Chiefs game or the Packers game?
Talk Chiefs game.
Okay. Also on the Packers game, I'm gonna touch on that. Those DBs is getting cooked as well.
Well, let's get to the Chiefs-Dolphins game. So Chiefs-Dolphins play, and 27-7, I believe the score was at the game.
26-7.
26-7. Was this more of bad Dolphins or good Chiefs?
I knew this would happen, man. Kind of upset it happened. I picked the Dolphins because I wanted the Dolphins to win.
Oh, you was wrong. You were so wrong, DL.
I said if they're gonna win, the team to beat them is the Dolphins. If not, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. So now it's like Chiefs about to win the Super Bowl because they won a game and now they're gonna get hot. And you hate to play the Chiefs whenever they're hot. So I just think that the Chiefs are back. And that's what we're going to expect to see. That's what I expect to see in the Super Bowl. If the Ravens can't pull it off, then I doubt they will. But yeah, I didn't want the Dolphins to lose, but They did because I knew the Chiefs was gonna make a run if they went one. Narrative about Tua not being able to play in the cold. Tyreek Hill getting shut down. Not shut down, but
shut down, DL. Shut down. Shut down. Literally on the ground.
Now he scored the only touchdown. You know,
What an egregious underthrow.
He was getting double covered though.
Hey, JPJ down.
I can't. You're ahead of the game, Chubbs.
I'm just letting you know. He's down.
Shut the pick. But yeah, I think it was good Chiefs. It wasn't bad. Dolphins was just good Chiefs. Good Chiefs.
Look what he did. What that lineman did was dirty.
Oh,
that was dirty. What that lineman just did is crazy.
Oh,
That's a dirty play. But finish your thought, Dia.
Yeah, JPJ will be all right, man.
Yeah, Dolphins disappointment. I mean, obviously they had the injuries and everything, but we was talking about them being a Super Bowl or bust before the season started. But McDaniel being in the second year, kind of expect a little bit more. But I think they had a decent season. Kind of crumbled towards him, but they're gonna go out. Better it be to the Chiefs. So yeah, Chiefs win the Super Bowl this year.
I don't think Chiefs gonna win the Super Bowl, but I don't like. I had the Dolphins winning, but even though I just wanted them to win, that's why I picked them too. But I'm not surprised at the outcome of the game. I wouldn't say it was obviously you could say bad Dolphins. That's the easiest thing to say, and good Chiefs. One thing I'll say is the Chiefs defensive line was definitely getting after it. Don't get me wrong, they were pressuring Tua constantly. It seemed like George Kalafis and Chris Jones just seemed like they were in the backfield majority of the game. But with that being said, I don't know, they had a dog. It was a close game. When personally I've been saying that the two teams, AFC and NFC, that I thought that weren't I've said more NFC, but two teams I've said that I just don't think they're that good. Those two teams end up losing so far. I'd never thought the Dolphins were that great of a football team. Yes, they have explosive players. Their offense is explosive. But I just thought that they were frauds. I've been saying it. They're the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC. Been saying it. That offensive line is trash. They have one and a half linemen that I would say were worth anything that played this past weekend. That's the tackles. Everything interior, they had backup center, backup guard, and the other guard has been starting, but Hunt's not that great of a guard in the NFL, or he would be graded highly, in which he's not. So I'm not surprised. Now, I'm not saying that you're wrong, that the Chiefs are probably going to get hot. They're going to be hot. But I believe any team that they see out of this next weekend, maybe Byron, if Texans, different story. But if they run into the Bills and Ravens defense, I think it's different. Because with all that being said, thing that still happened that game, what happened with them receivers? They still what?
Yeah, it should have been a blowout.
They still had drops. Rashee Rice, he's been balling. I like him. He's been big for y'all. Y'all got him going. But Travis Kelce been quiet. He was a very quiet game this past weekend, 2 nights ago for Travis. I'm not worried about anybody else.
Miko should have had 2 touchdowns. He has the worst ball tracking skills I've ever seen.
All I'm saying is, KC, they handled business like they should have. They should have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not unimpressed. I'm not impressed. If that makes sense with that game.
I'm impressed. Well, not really impressed, but I've been telling y'all all year that this defense was real, and they showed us again that
L'Jarius needs a dog. I'll give him that. He been on his shit.
Defense was hell. Tua again. I wish Joe was here. Cold weather Tua is a thing. Record in December and January is bad, and that's a reason. The Dolphins look like they did not want to play at all. They did not want to play. You could tell when them boys was out there hitting, they was not trying to hit. I could tell they didn't want to play when I saw Patty. When I saw Patty run the ball, and even though his helmet cracked, they were whiffing. Eli Apple didn't want to have no contact. It hurt when it's cold. South Beach boys, they got to get home. They got to be the 1 seed if they ever want to do anything. If they ever want a chance to do anything, they got to be the 1 seed. So, the Chiefs defense played great, amazing like I thought they would. And I think that was the scariest receiving core. And now their DBs can feel freer, can play a lot better. Tua is not it. Dolphins will not win a Super Bowl with that quarterback. They won't get to a championship game with that quarterback. Travis Kelce should have had 2 touchdowns. Miko Harmon should have had about 2 touchdowns. But another egregious thing was that holding call, that PI that wasn't called. But Miko got to keep running if he actually wants to get that call. Everything I said sets values and seeks values. So I'll end it with this game. But I got to get to the future Hall of Famer. This isn't fair that an organization is able to have a banger after banger after banger at the quarterback position. What has been going on in Green Bay should be studied. Jordan Love is Himothy. He's just like I was the only one that picked. I think I was the only one that picked the Packers this game, and I knew it. I knew they'd be able to run the ball effectively, use a lot of motion, but more importantly, I knew Jordan Love would do some Jordan Love things. I didn't expect the defense to play that well, but the defense did ball out. Shout out Dak for throwing 2 interceptions, which I know this is how it's going to go. It's going to be a shit on Dak show from you two guys, especially that guy right there in the green. But the real culprit in all of this is the defense. That defense was Swiss cheese. Not even Swiss cheese. Whatever string cheese. They couldn't bust a grape. They were dominated on a night in and night out basis. Couldn't stop anything. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jordan Love. Way to utilize receivers. And he's definitely top 10. And he's going to be doing some great things in the future. So, go ahead, guys.
Oh, no, I picked Dallas. I think Theo said it best like a week ago. He was kind of like up in the air, like damned if you do, damned if you don't with this game because of Jordan Love and Dak. Because some people in this pod love those 2 quarterbacks to death.
No one loves Dak. Don't do that.
What? No. What? Hold on. Time out. One of us, not here, puts his fucking cape on.
There you go.
For Dak Prescott. Putting a cape on is love.
Right. I just want to make sure I wasn't looped into the love Dak says.
You're on the Jordan Love side, but there's one guy that it's both, and it makes it unbearable.
Man, big up Jordan Love and stop being around the bush. Shout out Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones had a big game. Yeah, definitely had a big game. One thing I like seeing though, those guys that were questionable all like thugged through it, man. They're like, nah, it's do or die. We got to play. Christian Watson played. Didn't think he was going to play. Jair did something like the day or 2 before, like a pretty bad, I think it was ankle, right?
Yeah, ankle.
Sprained it. And he said, nah, I'm still playing. He was in CD's chest all game, which was Jair is my favorite corner to watch. I'm there now. He's my favorite corner to watch.
You just saying that because you want him to be a Raven next year. Shut up.
No, I was saying that before. Remember when we did a cornerback list? No one put Jair in it. And I said, no, he's top 3.
No one did not. Don't say no one put Jair in it.
We didn't have him in it. Somebody forgot, and I said, no, he needs to be in it. He's a top 3 corner. I'm been a Jair guy, but I do want him on my team. Don't get me wrong. But Jordan Love had a great game. Near perfect. Maybe he did have a perfect passer rating with 16 for 21. I think 270 or did he get 300?
270. I think it was 270.
He got 270 something, 276 or something, with 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's how you do it. You capitalize off a team's mistakes. Dallas had a few mistakes. You guys ended them mistakes with touchdowns. That's what good football teams do. You guys, what I will say is the Green Bay has come on this half of the year. They started off slow. The offense is pumping. Wayne needs to put some respect on that receiving core. because they are actually very slept on. Because Wayne said they're probably bottom half. I don't agree. They're slept on.
What are they, Chubbs?
They're not. They're not 26 through 32.
All right, we can go through the receiving cores at the end of the year, and then we can talk about this later.
But you're gonna go through and look at statistics. Let's go.
I'm not gonna go through and look at statistics. I'm going on the team
played, so
and look at the players. I look at everything.
But I'm just saying, like, they have guys that have all either been second round picks or above in that receiving core. Romeo Dubs, I think was he was a third round pick and above. Christian Watson, I think, was either a second round pick. Jaden Reed was a first round pick. Who else they got on that?
They're young. There's talent there, but they're very young. Wicks bowled out.
But what I will say is, I'm still not gonna crown him yet. He still has stuff.
No, you said win the playoff game. This is nasty, bro.
What did I say?
Win the playoff game before I said anything good about him. And now he didn't win a playoff game. Now the goalpost is moving.
Wayne,
the goalpost was win a playoff game.
Dio. He wants me to call him a top 10 or Hall of Famer because of one.
He's top 10. He's top 10. He's top 10. How is he not top 10?
Nope. He could be right outside it. He's not top 10.
Put him in top 10, but
because the thing that bothers me, because I had to look back at stuff.
This is nasty.
I was like, am I tripping? Is he? Are they right? Like time? Like is he? Like is that the right? He's a future Hall. You know what I looked at? 4 MVPs, a Super Bowl, a Super MVP, six trips to the NFC Championship.
How many times he won?
It don't fucking matter.
1 and 5. And when Jordan Loves beat the 49ers next week, I'm going to relax.
All I'm saying
is he's doing great. When Jordan Loves beat the 49ers, I'm going to relax. I'm going to relax.
He's doing great. He's doing great.
When Jordan Love, when he do something Aaron Rodgers can never do, I'm going to be very nasty on this podcast. But go ahead. The shit on Dak. Go. Also, I want to talk about. Don't ever talk about. I told you guys the Jerome Land should not have been an All-Pro. I don't care about all those picks.
I was just about to say that. I didn't say anything about him. Because much like the Trayvon Diggs situation, they gave it to him because he had all them picks. But that just goes to show that just because you got interceptions don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, you're a all-pro caliber or a number one corner that should be shadowing, whatever the case may be. He gave up 120-something yards on six targets, 5 catches, and 1 touch. It was crazy. Their DBs got cooked. Stephon Gilmore, retire, please. If you watch this podcast, retire. Hang it up. Over the no man's land, a lot of plays. Dan Quinn, why are you dropping back Michael Parsons in third down situations and pass coverage? That's nasty. I don't understand it. The defense just looked bad. And that's something that, we kind of was applauding. I mean, I don't know if I was applauding Dallas for this year more so than anything. Dak, I think he's a one-read quarterback. He's shown that all year. That's why CeeDee Lamb has 118 or so many receptions. He broke the record this year. If his first read isn't there, normally that read being CeeDee Lamb, he panics, he tries to scramble. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. They took away CeeDee Lamb yesterday, and he wasn't able to do anything. He was throwing the ball a lot into tight windows. They didn't get Tony Pollard going as much as they should have. He was averaging 4 yards a carry at one point in the game. I don't understand why they're just predictable. The Cowboys are predictable on offense. Dak threw 2 interceptions on back-to-back drives, which is crazy. After saying he wasn't about to throw picks and blah blah blah, nah.
He had a good season. He didn't throw 10 picks. He had a good season.
He didn't throw. I think he ended after the playoffs. He ended with 10 picks.
He said regular season he ain't gonna throw 10 picks, not as a whole.
When the playoffs count, I don't know. Just in bright lights, Dak is shown to wet the bed.
So
we give a credit to a lot of these quarterbacks for putting up numbers in a regular season, and then again doing nothing afterwards. Anybody can put up numbers. He should have put up the numbers that he had with the receiving core he has, in my opinion. There are a lot of quarterbacks who would kill to be in that position that Dak has, and who would take advantage of the situation. I just think that for the last 8 years, he's been doing the same old thing. And you have quarterbacks like C.J. Stroud, Jordan Love, who are coming up, who deserve that spotlight more than Dak Prescott, especially doing what they're doing in their rookie years with much less. So Dak Prescott talks, I don't want to hear it anymore. He's probably top 15 now in my book.
This is nasty, bro.
I mean, I didn't say he had a top 10 season this year, but if you compare his play styles to a lot of these quarterbacks,
I still got him over Jalen Hurts.
yeah, that's an argument. I like that, but at the end of the day, Dak Prescott is an average quarterback in the NFL.
I got a question. He said something at the end of the game. I don't know if y'all agree. If because apparently this is a very possibility that Mike McCarthy might be out.
That was gonna be my question to you guys
after the game. If he's on the hot seat, do you agree that Dak should be on the hot seat? Because that's what Dak believes.
I believe same way in Miami that Tua should no longer be the quarterback. I think Dak should no longer be the quarterback unless they get a bright. I think Matt McCartney should be out. I also think Dan Quinn should be out.
Okay, so two questions on that. Who's the right guy? And if Dak is gone, what's the best fit for Dak?
The right guy for this team is they keep trying to go offensive mind. They don't need to. I think the right guy for his team is Mike Vrabel.
Okay. Evidently, if the rumor is if Jerry has a choice, he's going to be calling Bill Belichick first. But what do you think for coaches?
I don't know. Really be in Dallas would be crazy. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. I don't know if Mike McCarthy. I think Mike McCarthy's actually a good coach, man.
Well, the reason they're saying this is he's had 3 back-to-back seasons of 12 wins with no postseason dubs.
Yeah.
You gotta get Mike McCarthy out there.
The Cowboys, bro. It's just because it's the Cowboys. I feel like they have to change something else. Like I don't think Mike McCarthy was good in Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? I just think his Cowboys.
He's a great coach.
Like it's something about that organization, that franchise. The Cowboys didn't look like they felt
they
like
have high standards.
Like they didn't feel like they looked like they wanted to play football, like offensively at least. And then on defense,
they got punked on offense.
And then it just transferred over to the defense because the game was still manageable, but again when that threw that second pick,
that shit was over.
It was over. Like, it was over.
It was over. And I don't hear nothing about no Dak Prescott's stats at the end of the game either.
They were saying, "Oh, that was a great play by Josh." Bro, the ball was behind him, bro. It was a bad route for one because he didn't flatten it out, and then the ball was behind him too. Like, so Dak I just feel like when he draws back, he.
Jair said, "I told you to pack it back, baby." All right. Before we get on to the next topic, my question that Wayne didn't even want to bring up is Jordan Love the next coming of Patrick Milhomes? Be careful because you think Patrick Milhomes is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, I think this is Patrick Mahomes and he's a tier below.
Why are we not more impressed with C.J. Stroud than?
I am, but I digress because we're talking.
I didn't say I was more impressed with anybody over anything.
Are you more impressed with Jordan Love or C.J. Stroud?
I'm more impressed with this 7-point game. That's what I'm impressed with, DL. That's what I'm impressed with.
C.J. Stroud's more impressive because right now C.J. Stroud is working with less.
Are we sure C.J. Stroud is working with less?
Yes. Let's go. Let's do it.
Who has the better offensive line?
Let's go bar for bar offensive lines.
Texans.
I think it's very close, but okay.
You saw what Larry Tunsil did to Myles Garrett.
I think it's a wash. I think they're both the same. You can check up on PFF, whatever.
I don't trust PFF.
Whatever. You can look up offensive line rankings. Whoever does it. Yeah. Running backs.
Aaron Jones clears. Yeah.
Wide receivers.
Nico Collins clears. And Nico Collins and Tank Dell clear.
Yeah.
Nico Collins
right now.
Nico Collins and Tank Dell's clear.
What's more impressive? Tank Dell did not play in the playoff game.
Nico Collins and Dalton Schultz clear.
clear.
Nico Collins and Dalton Schultz clear.
I disagree because Musgrave didn't make a big play.
Nico Collins and Dalton Schultz clear, Chubbs.
I don't agree.
Bro, Dalton Schultz or Luke Musgrave.
We're going off cores, are we not?
We're taking it by step. I'm breaking down the core.
It would be Dalton, but if we go for receivers cores, it's the Green Bay Packers right now because Tank Dell's not playing and Noah Brown is injured reserve. It's only Nico.
Noah Brown just got hurt. Stop being nasty.
Noah Brown didn't do anything really big. It was all Nico.
All right, man. But Nico was balling. John Metchie had good games too. He had a good game too.
All I'm saying is, Love has the better receivers and the better running back.
That's because Tank Dell's hurt, but throughout the year, who had the better weapons?
Bro, the Texans are trash, bro.
The Texans are not trash, Gio. They was tanking.
First of all, I remember we had a conversation about 2 years ago when we first started the podcast about anybody expecting the Texans to be any type of good news. Like, no, because they're the Texans.
That was before they got C.J. Stroud. That's when they had David Mills.
He doesn't make okay. Well, I guess he makes them that much better to be 11.
And none of you guys had the Packers going to the playoffs, much less winning the playoff game.
Yeah, I didn't have them going to the playoff based off their division though. Like I thought,
And you thought they declined.
They swept their division.
And you can't say they barely made it anymore because they made it and they won a playoff game.
They barely made the play. They won a playoff game.
I don't even remember what I had them finishing, but I think I was close.
Chiefs barely made it too.
Pretty sure I had it pretty close.
We'll see, man. I think C.J. Stroud has a higher ceiling than Jordan Love, but they're both
possibly. I think they're on the same level, in my opinion. Last 9 games, Jordan Love's 21 touchdowns, 1 interception. All right, man.
That wasn't that far off. They finished 8-9, right?
No.
Or 9-8?
Yeah, they finished 9-8.
I was 2 games off.
That's off.
Yeah, but you know what I wasn't off about?
Lions versus
Lions.
Let's get to it. Lions versus Rams, 23-24. Lions win. First win since the 1990s in the playoff game. They get to host another playoff game. The winner versus the Eagles versus Bucks. How are we feeling about this game?
Detroit Lions are going to the NFC Championship. That's what I'm feeling.
Break down this game for me, Chubbs. Not gonna lie, I didn't pay too much attention because me and Chubbs was in an intense 2K battle.
Basically, long story short, it was it was a good battle, back and forth between the two.
Wait, you didn't watch the game?
I watched. I didn't pay super attention.
Wayne watched a little bit.
You didn't watch the game, bro? You want to talk to me about how bad Jared Goff is?
I didn't say Jared Goff was bad. I said he played good last night.
So
they did a great job. I watched this when it got to I watched all the crucial moments.
Top 10 after the performance last.
All I know is
he's not better than Jordan Love. Go ahead.
The big thing of the game was, and the big thing with this Lions team is, if this team is able to run the football, Jared Goff is going to play lights out type of games. That's the big caveat. Jameer Gibbs.
He was 21 for 21 when he was not pressured yesterday.
Right.
He was 10 for 10 in the first quarter.
Well, all that being said, the real winner, the real MVP of that game is Aaron Glenn and his second half adjustments.
All I know is
because how many points did they have at the end of the second half? At the end of the first half?
They only scored 3 points in the second half.
Okay.
Wow.
One thing I'll say is that
how many points did they score in the first 3 drives?
The run game is opening up their passing game, which is why Jared Goff is being so efficient. As long as this team is able to run the football, they will have success throughout the postseason. The only team that I think I'm worried about when running into them is going to be the 49ers, because they're going to be able to stuff that run. I really believe it. I'm not worried about anybody else that's in the NFC East. Nah, I'm not.
Throwing the flag on a non-catchable ball.
I'm just a little worried about the Lions' defense. Defensive backs. I'm sorry, not the defense. The defensive backs. Like I said, I just feel like a lot of these teams be playing a lot of zone and don't I don't know. I just watch DBs play, bro, and I just feel like they don't cover receivers, for lack of a better explanation. But they just don't cover receivers as well as they should. I don't know what it is. A lot of looking at the quarterback, watching, instead of sticking to the man.
And,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
I feel like which is why Jordan Love had a big game, which is why CD Stroud, big game. Um, but it is, it is what it
All I
is.
say is Puka Nakua is him.
Yeah,
He is really him.
he had 12 catches for like 190.
He balling, and Wayne needs to put some respect on Matt Stafford.
What do you mean
Because
for respect
Matt
on my-
Stafford, I'm gonna be honest with you, he might have played the rest of that game concussed, and he balled the fuck out. He got destroyed to where he was like partially not like knocked out, but he wasn't all there on the field.
Probably a stinger.
Why I didn't put respect on Matt Stafford for?
Because you shit on Matt Stafford all the time.
No, I didn't say he's not better than Matt Ryan.
He's top 10.
Top 10? And I said he's playing top 10 this year. I said in the middle season, Chubbs.
Crazy DL. Every time I say Matt Stafford top 10,
I don't think Matt Stafford's top 10, but that's just me.
I didn't say anything bad. Now, only thing I talk about Matt Stafford bad is all time.
Famer. Fact.
Hey, he's Hall of Famer. But I don't mean
I
top 10
still think so.
Not this year, but
Not first ballot. He may be like sixth ballot type of guy, eighth ballot type of guy.
you know what Jared Goff has done that Matt Stafford never had?
Won the playoff game
in
for
Detroit.
the Lions. Tell me a team that Matt Stafford had that's as good as the Lions that Jared Goff has. Okay, now it don't matter.
Yeah,
Now team don't matter. Now having good teams don't matter.
Winning is a quarterback stat, Dwayne.
Now having good teams don't matter.
Yeah, if you broke records,
Now having good teams don't matter.
If you break records, you can win playoff games.
Now having good teams don't matter. It's crazy.
Oh my God, he got booed.
I say that. I said it don't matter that he had a better team.
And that literally matters, DL. Like,
I didn't say having good teams.
Put on that neck right now.
Better team. But yeah, whatever. I mean, Matt Stafford's washed.
Not washed. He's not washed. He is not washed, bro.
Yeah, he's far from washed.
He threw for 357, DL. 357.
Bro, one receiver had 200 of those yards.
I don't care. It's still 357 yards.
Stafford has done his whole.
So, talking about, is Puka the undisputed number one receiver on that team?
I still believe if Cooper is 100% healthy, then he would be. I don't think Cooper was ever 100% healthy after he got hurt the first time this year, which kind of hindered his play. So I think they're back when I said like 8-9 weeks ago. That's a tandem right there to worry about for years. That's a top tandem.
Against Stafford?
No, Puka and Cooper.
I still would have gave it over to Amari over him, but Amari missed games, so I see why Puka got it.
Yo, why Josh Allen got more rushing yards than Najee?
Because Josh Allen is
Josh had a 52-yard run.
Oh, he's got flag.
Let's go to the next game.
Miles Jack, welcome back to retirement.
Steelers versus Bills, which is on right now, and current score is 17-24. Looking like the Bills might take this one. What are your thoughts?
Told you. I don't know why you even picked your team.
Putting
up a good fight though. Not having his TJ Watt right now, but
they threw that flag is crazy.
That's a flag, Wayne.
So no.
That's a roughing the passer or unnecessary roughness. But thoughts? Bills are showing why that they're one of the one of the hotter teams in the NFL.
When this nigga start sliding, man.
I mean, he only scored 3 points so far in the second half, though.
I said it that I thought the Bills were probably gonna win this game. I know that both teams were hot, but you're talking about a team that got hot that has experience in the postseason versus a team that got hot and Mason Rudolph is playing his first ever postseason game tonight. I'm not surprised with how this game is going right now. It is close. It's not over technically yet. There's still 7 minutes left, but Pittsburgh needs to do something like right now. They got to stop them now. But the thing that sucks right now is they're in field goal range, and Pittsburgh has no remaining timeouts left. So that's going to hurt them towards the end of this game. Even if they hold this team to 3 right here, you're going to have to score 10 points with maybe 5:30 if you were to stop them right here, with no timeouts to go. So, my opinion, great season, Pittsburgh. I didn't think y'all were going to be here. I really didn't expect it. I thought y'all were going to lose that last game of the season. That was my prediction before the season started. I said, Wayne, you guys are going to go 9-8, and you're going to lose the last game and miss playoffs. But luckily, they ran into a team that didn't have to worry about that last week, so they got to get in the playoffs. So, congratulations. You guys got another meaningless 10-7, 9-8, whatever season under Tomlin. Congratulations.
Nigga, make the tackle. Touchdown. That's
Bills,
crazy.
the Bills, they're hot right now. I personally am glad that the Chiefs are going to have to go against them, because that's the one team, the AFC, that I think will match up remaining the best if the Ravens beat the Texans, which I think they will. That's the best matchup for the Ravens, I guess, to get beaten is the Bills, in my opinion. I don't think the Chiefs will beat the Ravens. But I don't know, man. This game just got out of hand early.
Yeah.
Bills put their foot on the neck.
Turnovers killed this team. When we did win, we weren't turning the ball over, and a fumble in our own territory, and then a pick on the goal line will do that to you. So, hey man, it's what it is. We'll see if Tomlin will be back this season. Reports are that he's taking a step back, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I still don't think the Bills are as good as people display them to be, so I think the Chiefs are going to bust their ass next week. Let's go. Deal.
I knew the Bills were going to win this game. Just because Mason Rudolph. I'm not saying it. I'm not big on Mason Rudolph, but Mason Rudolph's their quarterback. They're not going to win with that in the playoffs, honestly. Don't got TJ Watt. And obviously from the beginning of the game, like you said, the Bills just got off to a hot start. 21-0, 1.5 or 107, whatever the case was. But scored 3 touchdowns early on. Never looked back after that. But like I said, I just think Pittsburgh was happy to be there. Another year for them, just making the playoffs, having a positive season. But they were supposed to lose this game, so no surprises here.
Minka got to make that tackle, but more importantly, I can't wait for our next quarterback next year.
But Wayne, besides that, that's your team. Season's over, I guess you can say. Even though the game's not over. What's one thing going into the offseason besides quarterback? Because you've already said it a lot throughout the weeks. What are you could say one more than one, maybe 2 things your team need to improve on?
Better linebacker play. Obviously, people got hurt throughout the year, so that kind of dwindled us. I think we need better linebacker play. More importantly, another corner on the opposite side of Joey Porter. Injuries kind of derailed us a lot. Obviously not having. I think TJ Watt in this game makes a huge difference. Huge difference. Like, we're blitzing a lot more now because we can't get pressure like that without blitzing. I think Cam Hayward won't be on this team next year, but I think Keanu Benton is a good replacement. But I also think we need another guy to help rotate in, because he was a good replacement with Larry O and rotate in the rotation there. But yeah, I think we need another linebacker. If we could get another DB, that'd be great. But another linebacker, and probably another interior D lineman on the defensive end.
So defense.
Yeah.
Most importantly, besides quarterback.
Yeah, defense.
You think one
of sorry. O lineman too.
Okay, about
trenches. O line and D line.
All the receivers gonna be back?
Yeah. Okay. All the receivers will be back. All the receivers will be back indeed. Um, last game we'll talk about Bucks Eagles. How we feeling going to this game? No AJ Brown. He will not be playing tonight. So what are our thoughts on what's going to happen tonight?
I got the Bucks winning this game. I just think Philly are cold right now, and they don't know how to get warm. I just think they're in a big slump. I think it's going to be a game. Don't get me wrong, it'll be close, but I just don't think they're going to come out on top. I think Jalen Hurts is going to make a mistake that is crucial to the team. I'm going to say a pick. He's going to throw a crucial pick tonight. That's really going to change the tide of the game. I think it's going to maybe be a shit. I got the Bucks by 6.
Smooth.
Two field goals.
Yeah, no, I think actually having AJ Brown out might help this team a little bit. Somebody else will have to step up. The unsung hero, maybe, if you will.
Jalen Hurts said, "Quez, I need you."
I mean, a disgruntled AJ Brown over the past few weeks may help the situation a little bit more, not having him on the field. Who knows? But again, it's the Bucks. I don't think that the Eagles should struggle with this at all. If so, if they lose this game, again, Nick Sirianni should be reevaluated as head coach. I think, again, if the Eagles are able to get some momentum, they can make they won't make it right. But I think they win this game. The Bucks defense, to me,
Yeah, Chad, I would say we got all our timeouts. What are you talking about? You confused me when you said that shit.
3 blacks look like this.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we had all our timeouts.
That's what confused me because usually they're white, right? Like white.
Because
Right. Hey, CBS or whatever, that's y'all. That's not me. That's fuck y'all. Like, I didn't think y'all had timeouts.
3 blacks is crazy. By the way.
don't trust in Baker over here. So
I didn't say that, by the way. That was DL that said that shit.
what?
I said 3 white lines. You said 3 black.
There's 3 black lines.
He said 3 blacks. That's crazy. Yeah, man. I got the Eagles losing this game as well. I got the Bucks winning. Especially without no AJ Brown. More importantly, I just think their DBs are trash, and I think the Bucks have some great wide receivers that are going to do some great things tonight. So as long as Baker doesn't fuck it up, they should win.
Is AJ Brown out of there if they lose?
He's a diva.
No, I'm saying, but like, you think he's out of there? Because I think it's kind of fucked up that like you're doing all this and you're supposed to be like.
Well, he's hurt. He's hurt.
I get you, but he's the leader in that room.
I mean,
there are leaders. There are leaders in the Ravens. I mean, you could say Steelers, Patriots. Later, I know because I watch my team every game. People hurt. They're still on the side. Like Mark Andrews been on the sideline for the last fucking 3-4 weeks.
He's not at the game.
Mark Andrews been at the game. Yeah.
No, I'm saying AJ Brown's not traveling.
AJ Brown went to a boxing match last night.
I mean, he's not at the game though.
Wait, he didn't go to no practices. Hasn't been in the facility.
Well, he was at he was rehab. He was rehabbing all
Went
week.
to a boxing match. You think he's gonna be there tonight?
Probably not.
I don't think he's gonna be there tonight. If he is, my bad. Then maybe it's not as big of a deal. But I don't think he's gonna be in Philly next year.
I don't think so either.
He's gonna be very disgruntled.
Yeah, we'll take him to New England.
I'll take him too. I'll take everybody. You already know the Ravens getting Jair and Derek in the offseason, so it's like.
You see my man DeMar Hamlin on there making plays.
He got to play?
Yeah, number 3, right?
Yeah, he got to play?
He was in the last week.
You sure?
I swear, bro.
I seen him on special teams.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna talk?
Nah, I already said everything I needed to say.
Yeah, I said Eagles.
Gonna throw the flag is crazy.
I don't trust the Eagles. They're another team I don't think is very good, and I'm so surprised I picked the Bucks because I didn't think they were going to be shit. And Wayne's been high on the Bucks, and I've been shitting on the Philly because I have a vendetta against them because of a mutual friend of ours. So I think the Bucks gonna come through. Wayne convinced me, even though Wayne's not high on them this year in the postseason.
I think the Eagles aren't going into the I think they lose next round.
That DB's gonna get Swiss cheese tonight by Chris Godwin and Mike Evans.
I don't trust Baker, bro. Like, I just don't trust
No. You know why I trust Baker? Playoff Baker. You remember last time he was in the playoffs? He beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's hate.
Gotta catch that, George.
You gotta catch that for sure. All right, man. Y'all got anything y'all wanted to say to the people before we get up out of here?
Washington should lose their basketball team. You just lost to Detroit. You don't deserve a team.
That broke the streak, right?
Nah, Detroit already beat a team before that.
the Raptors.
Yeah, they beat the Raptors.
Oh, come on. That's a penalty.
Dwayne, this game's over, bro. It's okay.
The game is over. I'm saying it was a penalty. We can talk about penalties that should have been penalties. Is that not a penalty? Is that not a penalty?
Anyway, Dio said, it's all over.
This is a egregious. One penalty all game? Come on. Let me stop trolling though.
Hey, you know what's egregious? 167 rushing yards on that defensive line and that defense. That's egregious.
Yeah, no TJ Watt. 1-10 without him, baby.
One guy, come on.
The defensive player of the year,
for the rushing game though. It's a one guy makes up the whole front.
I mean, he makes a difference.
They run away from him, so
that's what I'm saying, DL. That's what I'm saying.
No, but when they run away from him, you got to focus on one side. Like it's easier to stop when you can shut down one side of the rush. Same way you can shut down one side of the field.
I guess.
But all right, man. Till next time, we'll holler at y'all. We'll talk to y'all. Y'all know where to find us.